And as we march toward the end of the regular season, Shaq, I want your opinion on veterans being rested in back-to-back games.
You know, Ernie, hear a lot of people complain, but let me tell you from personal reasons, it's the right thing to do in some cases, especially for the older teams to have a real shot to win a championship. Popovich has been doing it. Look how many rings he got.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about extending the regular.
Downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, enjoying extensive new development and rejuvenation. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Toronto will go for a different look here. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Gibson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Bismack Biyombo. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's McDermott in at the 3. Joseph with the ball. He had 13 points in the win against the Nuggets in Denver. And Lowry has it in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against Denver.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
In blocks. And he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the charts.
And there's the basket, good for money.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Joseph dishes to Gibson. It's hauled in by Collison. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Money. He had 13 points in the win against Milwaukee. From deep three-point range, can't hit. The Raptors have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's Gibson. And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounder. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. Russell Westbrook is second. Fourth, Kyle Lowry.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
And, Greg, I think it gives them an edge over most of their counterparts. At the point guard spot. I mean, desire, attitude, and they really look to mix it up. They're not afraid to do anything to help their team's cause.
Now, here's Joseph. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And there's the pass to Gibson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Here's Money. He has 7.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Fires it up. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors leading by 5. And here is Joseph. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Lowry drives in. And Gibson kicks to Joseph. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. You know, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
There's 1:40 left in the first. To the middle, outside for Lowry. Kept alive, Gibson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. As we're going to break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Toronto. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for Toronto, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
For sure. I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet.
Joseph, the pass to McDermott. He kicks it to Joseph. To the paint. Outside Lowry. The 15-footer. And that one comes up a bit short.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Money. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And it's Lowry penetrating. The feed now to Gibson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his third assist on the night. Thunder trailing by 3. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Money passes to Adams. Inside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.